All right, let's see. Gemini, welcome. Just one moment, Gemini. Let me clear my throat. All right, Gemini, welcome to your session. I don't have a direct message for you, and that does not mean that that's a bad thing. Not at all. It just means I don't have a direct message for you. That's it, and that's all. All inquiries, email spiritual guiding light at gmail.com. Make sure that when time permits itself that you subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can be a part of the success and growth of this channel. Make sure you check out the community section as well. All right. All I ask for you, air sign, Gemini, that you do not force any of the channel messages. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, not a personal. If you're wanting to book time with me, there's a link in the description box and you can review your options. Okay. Also, we have the SGL Tarot Podcast. There you will find your individual zodiac signs as well as your collective readings. Anything else? I don't see what else to inform you about. All right. So Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this reading to bring clarity, confirmation, and understanding for my air sign, Gemini. Thank you. All right. Let's see what comes out for you, Gemini. Gemini, release desire to control. This is very straight to the point. You're hurting your own self, Gemini. And this lets me know that you are aware of how you operate self and how you operate life and how you operate people. You are aware. In this situation that I'm channeling, that in this situation, Gemini, that I am channeling and seeing through imagery as well, is that this is a challenge for you. And the reason why it's a challenge is because you're not interested. Normally, you're up for the challenge, but it just feels like when it comes to having to release the need of being in control, you're saying, not right now. You're saying not right now to releasing the need to be in control. Correction, releasing the desire to be in control. So this is more force. This is force, forcing power, Gemini. And it's hurting you. It's not a benefit. It's not of good for you. And that's what you see. The highlight is your shadow energy is communicating with you and saying, hey, we need to come to some type of resolution because I understand that you're forcing power and you're needing your desires to be in control, but it's not feeding your shadow energy. Your shadow energy is supposed to guide you to learn lessons. And also your shadow energy through those lessons will protect you. And unfortunately, your shadow self is saying, hey, Gemini, we're not working together. You are confused. You're sending mixed messages. Okay. That's what I channeled with this. Let me look at your shadow energy before I give you the direct message. And then I also want to see what your inner child message is in regards to this. There's someone that you are refusing to let go. The Two of Wands, Justice, and the Three of Chalices. You thinking that you're making someone pay, but unfortunately, Gemini, you're the one paying the cost. You know how certain people are people in general can go about their day of orchestrating how they're going to get revenge, and the whole time they could have just released those thoughts and moved on, and then they realize the person that they've been wanting a revenge is living their life and they're happy, and they're not even taking a split second to think about what transpired in regards to the past. You need to release the past. Okay, whoever you're trying to teach a lesson, unfortunately, you're the last of their concern. They're not worried about the lesson you're trying to force upon them. They're not, if whoever you desire, I'll say that, whoever you desire, and you've received many of significant messages, probably even verbally from this person. You can't force someone to want you. You can't force anyone to do what you want. You can't force anyone to be in your life. You have to know when to, I don't want to say surrender or give in, just cut the cord. Release what this need of, because it's hurting you. Now the direct message, Gemini. Let me tell you what the direct message is. The channel message is a message moving forward. The direct message is separate from, it's totally separate from the channel message. It says, let go of grasping and clinging instead of trying to force a situation into a desired outcome. Allow the divine the space to work. Controlling behavior can destroy the beauty and good in your life. Avoid both controlling others and being controlled yourself. All right, Gemini? Okay, let's move on. What is it that Gemini is refusing to see? What is it that my Gemini is refusing to see? What is it that Gemini is refusing to see, please? Dependency. All right. You're at this time, you're refusing to see dependency. And I'm going to be honest with you. The imagery that it is repeating itself, this flower, you're refusing to see yourself. So you're being asked to let go of reassurance. It's the dependency of needing validation and reassurance. You may have Leo in your chart. Okay, I don't want to say Aries, because Aries is more self-centered, and it in Aries house, which is the first house, and it's about self. This type of energy pertaining to yourself, Gemini, it's like, hey, I'm here, do you see me? Right? And it's like, do you see your own light? You have to water yourself. And I understand that whatever environment you're in, or whatever your upbringing has been up to this point, you are growing, but you don't see it. It says, regards to dependency, Gemini, it says find strength, inner self-sufficiency, and empowerment. Okay. You're needing to, for some of you, your challenge is an addiction, people, places, or things. Okay. It could be all three, but that's just start with awareness. Okay. Um, some of you Geminis, what you are refusing to see is neediness, right? Um, it's not a bad thing. It just feels like some things that you're wanting control over, or that you want from people, are some type of forceful demand. It's something that you can do on your own. All right. And pertaining to reassurance and validation, what you don't see is that this resilience, right, from your own light. And it's not, I'm not telling you that you don't need anybody, Gemini. Okay. What what I see here, okay, is that, I'm going to be honest, I see self-destruction. And I see that if you don't get your way, you will force to get your way. And that's not working. Okay. That's not the right way to go about, because eventually that fades, and eventually you won't be able to recover, because it's like being the new person coming into town, right? And to eventually that fades. And if you haven't created a character and a position in the city you live in, then you no longer are in any form of regard. It's like, oh, there's Gemini. Oh yeah. hmm And I will never say that you're a nobody. If someone dares to say that, if someone have said that to you, that means you need to face yourself. You're challenging yourself. I don't care about anyone else. It's your story. You're the author, and it's time to rewrite. And what you're refusing to see is this dependency. All right. You need to find your fire energy. All right. I know a Gemini who is a ball of energy. I mean, amazing. Light up the room. When I tell you, loving person, but unfortunately, they use their fire energy for what they desire. And it took me a long time to be able to accept that their desire is that they enjoyed being destructive. They enjoy the street life. And I had to accept that. Okay. In regards to you, Gemini, you can't force people to accept you. But once you truly accept yourself, you won't have to force anybody to see you or accept you or to validate you. All right. So release the desire to control. And you are aware, if you were not, that you practice dependency. Okay. What other messages do you have? What word of advice do you have for Gemini to be able to resolve this dependency? What word of advice do you have for my Gemini to resolve this dependency? You have freedom. In regards to freedom, it says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So just like I said, I know a Gemini who's accepted their life and their likings and doings, and I had to accept it. So if you know that you enjoy being a dependent person, you enjoy being needy, you enjoy whatever adversities you have, if that's what you enjoy, that's your business. But for those of you who are ready to step on into your healing journey and start modifying yourself so that you can experience this freedom, so that you can really truly see how much you've flourished. Look, that is a flower, and that's not concrete. That's ground. All right. So, pertaining to words of advice, is that this freedom gives you free will to be and choose to operate how you want to. So for those of you who are comfortable in your dependency, I'm not talking to you. Okay. But for those of you who are saying, SGL, thank you for giving me clarification. You are right. I need to recover. I need to reclaim my independence. And the independence that I'm talking about is not a dominant independence. It's reclaiming yourself so that you can operate in your true self. Okay? Really being that light that you are. What other messages do you have for Gemini? I feel like Gemini is like, yeah, whatever, sob story, boo hoo. And it's like, no, Gemini, this is real talk. Life is real. Okay. And for those of you who are in a relationship, you're the light of the relationship. You are the light in the relationship, but yet your whole being is in darkness. And what is the advice from that? The freedom. You're giving this relationship, all of you, it's just going to suck you up until there's no life in your stem or your flower. Your petals are going to fall off. Trapped. This is just shadow energy. Bottom of the deck, surprise. Don't be quick to say I do. Don't be so quick to go elope. Don't be so quick to go to the courthouse. Okay? Know thy person and know thyself. Okay? Because what you don't see is that if you force a higher level of commitment, it may be really, really hard for you to get out. Now, some of you Geminis, you are rushing a relationship because your whole ordeal is to trap the person. You're wanting to make their life a living hell. Okay. In the meantime, you're enjoying yourself and you're finding every small detail. Okay. And I don't know what kind of black arts you're using, but hey, and you guys are trauma bond. That's how you got this person. You got this person wrapped around your finger. Okay. Nobody can tell you about, no one can tell, when it comes to your person, no one can tell your person nothing about you. This person is head over heels for you. Okay. Gemini, if you're not, if you're wanting to rush a higher level of commitment, but you're not ready to settle down, you're willing to jump the broom and say, I do, but still live the single life. Okay. You're still needing to learn yourself. Okay. You love everybody, so you might not have a type. Stop gambling your soul off. What is the word advice for Gemini, please? That's a mess. And when you realize that, Gemini, you'll get somewhere. Self-esteem. Work on your self-esteem, Gemini. And you may feel like, yeah, I'm not insecure. It's not what it's saying. It's saying that you are. When it comes to self-esteem, it says, I possess the gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And then you have freedom here. You have freedom that came out previously. This is all in your head with imagination at the top of the deck. Eventually you will wake up from how you operate like this, because imagination falls after self-esteem, and then after that is purpose. So this is just a phase, Gemini. But I will recommend is not just going to go saying I do just to teach someone a lesson. Mm-mm. You have a new opening here. All right. This is the Fool, basically. That's up in the air. I think you need to learn what you like and what you dislike. People, places, and things. Gemini. I don't think you truly know what's out in the world. I think you only know what's familiar. This is reckless. I think it's time for you to mature, okay, and work on your self-esteem and your codependency. Uh, Give me a direct transformational message for Gemini, please. A direct transformation message for Gemini. Gemini, your direct message here is a father's love. Okay. For some of you, the reason why you have this codependency, for some of you, you need validation. For some of you, it's like you're trying to teach people a lesson because you may not have your experience in pertaining to, how a father is supposed to show up in your life, whether you did or you didn't. This transformational message, direct message, has to do with a father's love. You are the way you are. Some of you are going to say, I act just like my father, but my father never raised me. My father was never there. I'm revenging the world because I didn't get to experience it. So hell with everybody. Woe is me, right? But I know that there's a Gemini that loves to trauma bond. Whoever it is that you're willing to, your intention is to teach them a lesson and you're being asked not to. I'm going to read it to you. Release the desire to control. And then I'm going to read this father's love for you. It says, let go of grasping and clinging instead of trying to force a situation into a desired outcome. Allow the divine space to work. Controlling behavior can destroy the beauty and good in your life. Avoid both controlling others and being controlled yourself. Okay. All right. When it comes to a father's love, it says a father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable in that it can be tapped into any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us could ever experience, and it feels like you have not experienced it. For those of you, if you have, I'm not talking to you. Okay? I am talking to those of you who have not experienced a father's love. What is the word of advice in regards to this father's love? Your transformation message. If you are a father, once you get over the need of being in control, you'll be able to incorporate how you use your time moving forward and showing up as the version you desired to show up. You can finally do it now. Trust. You have to trust in yourself that you're a good father. You have to trust in yourself that because you had the absence of a father's figure, that you are not going to be like that person that birthed you, that created you, I should say. When it comes to trust, it says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. You're going to start to be able to see. All right. So what I see, of all honesty, which could be a hard pill to swallow, this is the trauma bonding that I'm seeing. You trauma bond with people who did not have father figures in their lives. So you dominate with other people who are replicas of the absent father. So you need to trust yourself of who you currently are, Gemini. So far, what you don't see is your codependency. But what you do see is that you force the desire of your control, and you're being asked to stop being stop controlling people because you can't even control yourself. So you need to work on yourself. And I just really feel like this session is more so of an acknowledgement. The bottom of the deck when it comes to your transformation of messages is serenity. And what is serenity? God grant me the wisdom to see the things that I cannot control, and the hope of the things that I can change, and to be able to see the things that I can't. Let me see. The serenity prayer. I should know this by now. I really should. You know? Gemini, the serenity prayer is God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Regards to self, ask God for serenity, Gemini, because it's a challenge for you. You're not ready to change. And once you're open to courage, the bravery is going to be easy for you because you can change anytime. You can modify self every hour, every minute on the dot. It's your clock. So when you're ready to mature, Gemini, with this wisdom that you have, you will be able to make the difference with self and those connected with you, because you have someone here that I've seen in your previous spread. They're head over heels for you, but your intentions for them is not good. You're not ready to settle down per se. You're wanting a higher level commitment but still live the single life. Now, if you're communicating that, and your person is willing to accept you for who you are, then so be it. What is, if that was to happen, what is the scenario? Proposal. Your person is head over heels for you as long as they can have you, but you better, I would slow down, because anyone can say anything. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. A yes person eventually will say no. So I wouldn't rush a higher level of commitment, because you could be under the impression that you're trapping them, and be fooled, and be trapped, because your IM message new opening was up in the air. There was no straight direction. Yes, it wasn't a yes or no. Up in the air means it's up in the air. It's not a guarantee. It's a, I'll think about it, and I may answer you 5 years from now. It don't mean I'm gonna answer you tomorrow or next week. Clearly decide what you want at this time. But so far in your session, you are being asked to work on codependency, work on your self-esteem, work on the desire. You're wanting to be in control. It's a force of power that is, I'm just gonna tell you, it is not gonna be beneficial for you after a while. So lay low on the forceful control, because how you're operating your power is not good. Your shadow energy is trying to make peace with you. When it comes to new openings, it says when one door closes, I am confident another one will open, and it will be for my betterment. I accept that life brings challenges and acknowledges the opportunity and learning they present to me. Serenity comes from within. There's serenity again. So if you're not ready to change and you've accepted who you are, then own it, Gemini. Because if you own it, all this that happened in this session was irrelevant. Just to get Gemini to say, you know what, I own that I don't want to change. I own that either you're a player or, you just want to have your cake and icing and eat it cute. Eat it too. It is what it is. But you have to be certain, because with this dependency here, dependency is a I would if I was to categorize this, it would be feminine energy. Okay. I didn't say a gender, I said feminine energy. So what this is letting me know that you're forcing control, but you're needing reassurance. And with addictions, that's adversity. What type of addiction? You let me know. Is it financial hardship? Is it substance? Is it alcohol? Is it people? You know, people see your shadow energy, but we want to see your light outside of the dark. What are the messages do you have for Gemini? What are the messages you have for Gemini? Oh, I got a little dizzy. Here it is. Take action, Gemini. All hope is not lost. Gather up your fire energy and start working on yourself. Don't pass your own self up. Okay? When it comes to truly owning who you are, then do it. All hope is not lost. What is the outcome message for Gemini? The devil. You better own it then. You might as well. For others of you, I don't see your shadow's energy consuming you. I don't see anyone influencing you. I see you being the influencer. But it's complicated because you have this codependency too. Anywho's outcome is the devil says you are feeling trapped somewhere. Perhaps there's a lack of fulfillment in your life, or maybe you're a slave to an allure of materialism or substance, and it's rendering you powerlessly. So, this is a warning, Gemini. Get it together. You need to get it together. Okay. Angel guide message for Gemini. Now I'm hearing that song. Get it together. Is that Indy Aries? Mm. It's not worth it. The fame you seek is not reality. It's not real. Um, but once you get it together, it shall come to pass. Inner child healing, confirmation in your previous spread. Let's see what this entails, Gemini. Even your direct message of Father's love, your direct transformation message, inner child healing. All right, this is what it says. Um, This card brings radical healing and understanding, Gemini, and love to your inner child. It shows that your guardian angel is wrapping their loving arms around you right now, nurturing your inner child and encouraging you to unleash your childlike senses. See the world through the eyes of a child. There is so much wonder and opportunity out there. It's time for some fun. What can you do to feel light? What can you do to express yourself? Have you stopped yourself from doing something because you feel you're too old for it now? It's time to reclaim your innocence and express yourself in a way that is filled with excitement, wonder, adventure. It's time for your inner child to be healed. All right. If you may feel that you have grown too quickly and abandoned your innocence in order to survive, but know that when you reflect, review, and release anything from your childhood that could be holding you back, the next phase of your life will be supported. I'm going to say this again. Drawing this card indicates that no matter what has happened, you have found a way forward. You may feel that you have had to grow up quickly and abandoned your innocence in order to survive. But know that when you reflect, review, and release anything from your childhood that could be holding you back, the next phase of your life will be supported. Confirmation. Gemini, those were the messages that came out for you in this session. These are your card revelations. I love you, Gemini. Don't forget love is kind. Don't forget love is gentle, Gemini. Until we meet again.